It was a little room tucked away in the basement corner of a police headquarters in a large city. There were 3 locks on the door. Behind that door, but perhaps you'd rather not know. Perhaps, if you value your sanity, you'd better not read about the little room at the headquarters and the death dolls. Now that you're taking over as Commissioner, Billings, I'll have to explain about this room. I've often wondered, what's behind the door? Private records? Not quite. Do you remember the case of Dr. San? Yes, about 5 years ago. A good cop, Lieutenant Bill Wilson, lost his life trying to crack it. He did crack it, and he didn't exactly lose his life. It started when Mrs. Vanderhoff reported her husband's death. I didn't believe her story, so I asked her to repeat it, to see if I could find a discrepancy. Please tell me again, Mrs. Vanderhoff. I want to get all the facts straight.
I know it's incredible, but you must believe me. It was lying on the doorstep when I came home, and I thought if no one claimed it, it would make a nice gift for my little niece. What a strange-looking doll. I wonder how it got here. I put it on the table and forgot about it. I'd swear I'd left it lying down, and now it's sitting up. What? Why, it leaped from the table. It's unbelievable. I've never seen a mechanical toy that looked so lifelike. Then I saw what it held clutched in those dreadful little hands, and I knew what it was going to do. John, look out behind you!
And after it killed your husband, it removed the valuables from your wall safe and disappeared. That's your story.
Yes, and it's true. Every detail of it. Horribly true.
I thought it was hysteria brought on by guilt, until the other stories started pouring in. I know it sounds wild, but a doll snatched that payroll satchel out of my hand. A doll! I'm frantic, Commissioner. The insurance company won't believe me, but it's true. It was a doll. You'd beat your wife too, Commissioner, telling me a doll took that 10 grand. She took it herself. It was at this point that I called in Wilson. I'm reluctant to believe those stories myself, Bill, but I want to operate on the assumption that these people have been telling the truth. As you say, sir. Bill stuck to it for weeks, and then I've got a lead, sir. 3 reports on tiny figures scurrying into and out of Dr. San's house. I don't want to take any chances on scaring him, so I'd rather work alone. It's your case, Wilson. The rest of the story is just like Wilson told it to me. He watched San's place 24 hours a day. He thought he saw shadowy doll-like figures in the dark, but he was sure he saw something else. Every evening, a half-dozen known crooks enter that house and leave in the early morning. What do they do in there? I must find out. One of those crooks, Frosty Nelson, resembled Wilson slightly. Next day, we picked him up on a minor charge and a little extra length on the nose, some panning on the cheeks, and you'll look like his twin, Bill. That evening. Huh. Mr. Nelson, so good of you to come again. Yeah, you bet. This is it, all right. Now what happens? Suddenly, Wilson was aware of nothing but San's voice, chanting strange words in a tone that thrummed sleepily in his ears. The candle flickers, oh Vashti. The flame dances, oh Krishna. His mind reeled dizzily in the whirlpool that bordered on the very edge of space and time. Flame of the spirit, leap from the candle. Vashti, Krishna, let the flame journey. When he awoke, I'm outside myself. My body, it's asleep there. Where am I? Suddenly, he knew the truth. Why my mind, it's been transferred to the doll. I'm in the doll. Sam's voice, now crackling with impatience, startled Wilson back to his surroundings. You'll each find an envelope in your pocket, outlining what you are to do tonight. When your mission is completed, you will return, and I will restore you to your bodies. It's fantastic. Diabolic. They can do anything without fear of harm or punishment. For while their doll bodies commit the deeds, their real bodies are safely asleep in Sam's house. Complete instructions for a crime to be committed now. I must do it. I can't afford to rouse Sam suspicious before he restores me to my body. Wilson followed those instructions. I'm completely at his mercy, imprisoned in this grotesque doll body till he releases me. I'll return them later, when I've told the commissioner the whole story and we've caught Sam. He scampered back with his loot and, here, now return me to my body. I'm afraid I can't do that. Your body is no longer fit for habitation. You'll have to stay where you are. Nelson wasn't supposed to come tonight, so I suspected your imposture from the start. Close inspection justified my suspicions, and now I'm afraid you'll have to be stored away as a souvenir. Bill lost his mind completely, and those deadly little fingers reached up, clutching with the hatred of hopeless despair. You fiend! No, stop it! I will let you have another body! I'll free you from the doll! Bill was beyond reason, and his pale plastic fingers beat deeper and deeper. The others had already been restored to their bodies, and of course, they denied the story when we picked them up. But it's the truth. I don't understand. You see, please, Commissioner, have mercy. Do it, now. No, Bill. I can't. Shortly later, outside the green door. For heaven's sake, man, do you realize what it means? Shut up in that horrible little body forever? Isolated from the world, with nothing but bitter, empty thoughts? How can you refuse him anything? I'm sorry, Weston. I can't destroy him. I can't burn that doll body till every last fragment is consumed in the flames, as he wants. Will you? When you take over my job tomorrow? No. I can't. He will have to stay behind that little green door. Forever. The end.